It would help if I could click on the right thing, wouldn't it? Alright, what's going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Week in Preview. Tonight is Sunday night, July 1st, 2018. Got a few things to talk about, in particular being that we're starting a brand new month. We've got a brand new week of brand spanking new content for you, including new playthroughs, which is pretty cool that in July, when it's dead, I'm going to be starting up some new projects and playthroughs. A big resuming playthrough that people have been waiting to see resume for a year, if you can believe it, amongst other fun things, okay? But before we get to any of that, a few quick things that I want to talk about. First of all, Patreon. Big update regarding this, ladies and gentlemen. This week, what I was planning on doing was tonight, I was going to see how many people who had pledged to my Patreon, that's it right there, and see how many pledges had processed. For those who processed, I was going to update, how I do my crawl here at the end of the week in preview to thank my patrons from the previous month. But sadly, Patreon's down. Patreon's been down for a while, the past couple of hours. And the thing is, they were still processing payments when the whole thing went kablooey and crashed. So sadly, this week for the week in preview, although normally on the week in preview, I would have a patron crawl at the end where it would be thanking all that current month's patrons. I can't do one for June because there's no data, because the website doesn't work right now, and it didn't finish processing everyone's patron pledges regardless. The other problem now that's going to arise from this is, let's say it takes hours to a day for them to fix all this. Well, there's people who typically, when they pledge to my Patreon, their pledges sometimes get declined for whatever reason. Maybe it was a typo, maybe it was an overdraft, or, credit cards maxed out, or the credit card company doesn't recognize Patreon and won't do a pledge. There's many, many reasons why people would get declined. But I usually give those people some time to update their information to see if they still want to get in on the month's event. I mean, this month for June, people who pledged are going to get in on the Rageathon event. They're going to be nominating and voting games for this upcoming Rageathon coming up in August. And I don't want people to miss out on that because of a simple error or something. But now, if it takes the website 2 or 3 more days to update and fix everything that's screwed up, who knows how long this is going to take to get the data so I can message you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I apologize in advance, but we're going to wait 1 week from today. So that's going to be July 8th. Sunday night, July 8th. By then, they should have fixed the site. The payment should have processed. I should have had enough time to message people who their pledges were declined. And I should have enough time to have people to update their data. So 1 week from today, I'm going to be messaging everyone who pledged to my Patreon on patreon.com to let you know what I need from you to get you your perks, because I want to get you guys upgraded on my forums and everything so people can start nominating and voting for these games for the Rageathon. But sadly, right now, I can't. My hands are tied because the website doesn't even work. The whole thing crashed, okay? So I do apologize, my friends. But there's some good news. I have news in regards to Twitch and updating my Twitch monthly goals. That's right, this month, for the month of July, I've got 2 subscriber goals set up for everyone. The tier 1 subscriber goal is if we can hit 485 subscribers at any point during the course of July. If we do so, I am going to be doing a very special anniversary event called the 10 Years of Rage event. What this is going to be is, if we hit the 485 subs, I'm going to be doing a stream, a marathon style stream, probably in September. And the idea of the stream is going to be that you are going to be the nominating and then voting on your favorite DSP moments, your favorite playthroughs, anything that I've done that's still public on the internet and you can watch right now. Nominate it, that I'm going to watch it back with you guys live during this stream, and I'm going to react to myself. Now, first of all, I've never done that, ever. Never once have I ever watched a video of myself back from the past and made any kind of new commentary or anything over it. I've got a 10-year legacy of the internet. This year is my 10th year as a content creator on YouTube, okay? So how awesome is it that I can go back? I mean, there's over 60,000 videos that I put out over the years, and I'm sure you guys have your favorite playthroughs, your favorite moments, and there's probably some older ones in particular that to watch back today, be like, wow, look how Phil changed. So that'd be really cool to do in kind of a session where I just hang out with everyone and we're watching stuff, we're having fun, we're reminiscing about the good, the old times and some of the best playthroughs that I've ever done over the years. Plus, there may be other stuff, too, that people want to see. Vlogs and stuff. Who knows, right? So, that's a really interesting event. Something special for my anniversary. Never did anything like that before. I think people will be excited. So, please, head over to Twitch and subscribe to the channel if you want to see that happen, okay? Now, there's going to be a Tier 2 goal. If I hit 525 subs anytime during July, which is a huge stretch. But if I do, I'm doing a new Patron's Choice playthrough, because as of today, I started the current one, the Simpsons Hit and Run, and more than likely, I'm going to wrap that up within a week or two, and so I'm going to need something else to go, later on this year. So it'll be a bonus Patron's Choice playthrough that I'll be doing if we hit the second goal for the month. All right, so those are the new monthly goals over on Twitch. I'll be talking about these on pre-streams and the like during the streams. I don't talk a lot about this stuff on YouTube because a lot of you guys who watch on YouTube just watch the videos. You're not watching me on Twitch, and I understand that. But if you're interested in those events, please head over there and subscribe to the channel, okay? Now, let's talk about what to expect this week. It's the first week of July, my friends, and typically, this is the time of year everything dies out for gaming. It's absolutely true. That's exactly what's happening here, is that there's not going to be any high-profile major new releases until sometime in August, you know, and that's a long time to wait if you're an avid gamer like me and you love new games and there's nothing coming out, and I understand that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to entertain you guys during the downtime and to put out fun and entertaining content and playthroughs for you. So allow me to explain what to expect this week. First of all, today I started the Simpsons Hit and Run on the original Xbox. Man, the game's pretty good, man. I played about 4 hours of it. I'm now on World 3, and I'm really enjoying myself, having a ton of fun going through this virtual Springfield and seeing all the different stuff from the cartoons now being made into this interactive world, right? And the driving and stuff is very reminiscent of Grand Theft Auto, and the plot's interesting, and the character, I love how all the characters from Simpsons are in it, and all of them have the original voice actors. That's amazing. So in general, I am really enjoying The Simpsons Hit and Run a lot. Even though it is a little bit dated, the game's still great. So thanks to everyone who obviously nominated and voted for that game the last time we did Patron's Choice, right? You guys made this possible. So tomorrow, Monday, I'm doing more of that. I only got a little taste of it today. I want to get further into the game. So tomorrow, Monday, another 4 hours of The Simpsons Hit and Run, okay? Monday night, I'm going back to fighting EX Layer. That's the new fighting game that came out last Thursday, and quite frankly, my viewers were very on the fence about it. Some of them said, wow, this is interesting, play more, and other people were like, oh, this game sucks ass, never play it again. I'm going to be doing it as a night stream on Monday to give it another test the waters, and see how it goes, okay? Tuesday is the premiere of a new playthrough. What a blast from the past this one is. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. That's right, they're re-releasing Red Faction Guerrilla from 2009. One of my earliest full playthroughs I ever did, and the first game I ever did a review of for YouTube, ever. Pretty cool that now it's come full circle almost 10 years later. This game's being re-released for modern consoles, and I'm going to be checking it out and playing it again as a big anniversary style event. You know, now how cool would it be to compare the original playthrough back from Dark Side Phil, the old channel, versus this new modernized playthrough that I'm going to do on DSP Gaming with interactivity and better visuals and everything. Going to be pretty cool to see, okay? So all that being said, that's pretty cool that I'm going back to a throwback playthrough on Tuesday, and that's going to be my main stream. Tuesday night will be 2 more hours of Half-Life 2. At this point, I am approaching the end of Episode 2, the end of the game, but because I am doing the Gnome Run Challenge, it's making it last a lot longer. It's being a lot more difficult than just driving through stuff when you got to try to get this gnome wedged into your car and drive along with it and carry it with you through all the action sequences. So it continues on, more than likely 1 to 2 more sessions of that. The next session will be Tuesday night. Wednesday is July 4th. It's Independence Day. Most people have it off. I don't. I'm going to be here playing games, having fun with you guys on stream. What am I playing? I don't know yet. The way I see it, I'm going to choose either between The Simpsons or Red Faction and play one of those as the main stream that day. And then that night, I'm going to determine, gee, do I want to do more fighting EX Layer? Do I maybe want to do a random session of H1Z1 because they actually updated the game this week to have new content? Or do I want to stay away from all that? Maybe just do a fun, real mini stream of Street Fighter. Maybe I'll go do some Super Turbo in honor of Independence Day on Wednesday night, okay? I'm not sure yet. I haven't definitively decided yet what I'm doing in that regard. But I definitely am going to be doing a full day of streaming for you on Wednesday, okay? Thursday, again, it's going to depend on how things went during the week. It's probably either going to be Red Faction or Simpsons. As the main stream on Thursday, and then Thursday night, probably whatever I didn't do Wednesday night, I'll end up doing Thursday night, so maybe more Half-Life or something, we'll see. Friday, this Friday, folks, big event, here's why. After a year away, 1 whole year that people have waited for this to happen, it's finally happening. If you guys remember last year, I played a game called Persona 5. I loved the game. I thought it was the best Persona game ever made that I had played. I loved the music. I loved the graphics. I loved the turn-based gameplay. I loved the platforming and action that happened in the dungeons. The plot was outstanding. I loved everything about this game, and I had to stop playing it because the stupid Atlas of Japan gave me copyright strikes despite the fact my playthrough was 100% within the limitations that Atlas had set out for someone to do a playthrough on the internet of. Made no sense that they gave me these copyright strikes, but they did anyway. Well, it took me about 2 to 3 weeks to finally work it out with Atlas and get those copyright strikes removed from DSP Gaming on YouTube, thank God. But there was basically no guarantee that Atlas Japan wouldn't lose their mind and hit me with more unfair strikes again. So I put the playthrough on hold and I put it on private. So basically for the year, no one could watch the playthrough. The playthrough came back about excuse me, let's try this again. The playthrough came back about 2 months ago, I believe it was. I made it public on YouTube. So if you have not yet, I strongly recommend you go and get caught up with my Persona 5 playthrough, because this Friday, I'm bringing back Persona 5 as the main gameplay stream this coming Friday, which would be July 6th. I want to re-immerse myself in this game, get right back up to snuff on where I was in the game. I want to get used to the gameplay of the game again. I can't wait to play it again, because this was one of the most fun playthroughs I did last year. The game was outstanding, and even though, I'll be honest, it was a long-winded JRPG, I played the damn thing 80 hours, and was still only in like the final third of the game. I still had like 20 plus hours to go in this playthrough, okay? So I understand why a lot of people who had been watching the playthrough had stopped. They had. The bottom line is, like most JRPG style games, it was only getting a couple hundred viewers per stream. But those of us who were there for every stream loved the playthrough. We were having a fun time interacting and talking during the gameplay. It was really one of my favorite playthroughs of 2017, and I hated that I had to stop playing it. So, I can't wait for Friday. We're going to get to bring it back, right? We're going to continue on 4 more hours of Persona 5. I'm going to get re-immersed back into this universe, and then Persona 5 is going to end up kind of being the stream that's balanced with everything else. It might be a nighttime stream exclusively. I'm not sure yet. But it is going to finish. Hopefully in July, the playthrough will finally get wrapped up and finished, okay? So, that's great. This week, just think of all the content. Simpsons Hit and Run, continuing on. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, great game that I can't wait to play again. The conclusion of Half-Life 2, finally, thank goodness. Some more Fighting EX Layer, and I may do more if people like it Monday night. I may schedule in some more sessions. Maybe some Street Fighter on Wednesday for Independence Day, we'll see. And then later in the week, I'm bringing back Persona 5. So this is a great way to start a new month that relatively, July is a slow month, but I'm bringing back so many cool projects, right? I'm starting new projects, continuing, bringing back stuff. It's going to be a really cool week of great variety that I think you guys are really going to enjoy on my streams, and I hope that you'll come by and hang out with me if at all you can over on Twitch on a daily basis. If not, obviously you can watch the videos on demand on DSP Gaming afterward, okay? And that's roughly it for this week. FYI, the only real major big release coming out in the month of July is Octopath Traveler. This is a JRPG in the vein of Final Fantasy VI that is coming out exclusively for the Switch next week. The bottom line is I want to finish Persona 5 before I touch another RPG. So maybe what I'll do is I'll play all my projects now, and I'll do Persona 5 for a couple weeks, and then finally, once Persona 5 is done, then I'll do Octopath Traveler as the RPG that I play over the summer or something like that, okay? Now also, my friends, coming up, once I finish up some of these projects I'm working on, so once I finish up Simpsons and Half-Life and Red Faction, etc., I am going to be doing some more anniversary-style playthroughs. What I mean by that is games that people have wanted to see me replay for many years, including maybe Silent Hill 2 is one of the ones I'm strongly considering, or maybe Vice City, but if I play Vice City, it has to be without music, which really sucks, I know. Those are just a couple of the ideas I'm tossing around. Some people still want me to play another From Software game. I'm like, guys, I just played Bloodborne. Like, literally 2 months ago, I played Bloodborne. From Software is not the answer. Whenever there's dead time, to play another From Software game just to see it kill me a bunch of times and me rage is not the answer to everything. Let me tell you, the next From Software game I play is going to be Dark Souls 3. Because that's a game that, you know, almost 3 years ago now. I think it was two and a half? A little over 2 years, right? I'm trying to remember when it came out. Was it 2016? I think so. So, going in logical order, right? I did my Dark Souls 1 Redemption run, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin run, Bloodborne Redemption run. So the next one that I should actually be playing is Dark Souls 3. And yes, it would be a Redemption run, because I'll go back and I'll be playing the real full game, not the game that apparently had early access and was supposedly easier, even though it really wasn't. People made that shit up. Supposedly it was easier and all that nonsense, and I never beat Nameless King. So I'm going to go back and try to redo the game from the ground up, play it legit this time with the true difficulty intro, which I still don't believe, and then actually get through and beat Nameless King, who really was the only thing in that game I didn't beat was Nameless King, right? So there you go. That's kind of the next From Software game I'll be playing. Will I be playing that in July and August? I'm not committing to that at all. Like I said, I just played Bloodborne, and I'm kind of tired of From Software games right now. So if I do go back and play it, maybe it'll be a better time for it. I don't know. But, you know, I got a lot of ideas, things that I can do. Once, you know, I'm figuring, well, all the games I'm playing right now, probably it's going to take me about 2 weeks to get through them. And then once they start to wrap up, I'll have another, you know, figuring out the rest of July, what am I going to do, right? So we'll see. Let's play it by ear. Let's see what happens for the rest of July. I promise you, I'm going to do my best to entertain you no matter what I'm doing. I hope you guys will show up to the streams. The streams have been really great lately. People have been saying, wow, you know, the streams are really entertaining even no matter what Phil's playing. Whether I'm raging at Mario Tennis and sucking at it and I'm horrible at it, or I'm playing some fun Street Fighter sessions, or I'm doing, you know, a sandbox-style game with Simpsons. No matter what I'm playing, people are like, wow, this is great. You know, Phil is really entertaining, and the streams are now more positive and interactive, and people are really liking them, so I hope you'll give them a look, okay? That's really it, guys, for the week in preview. Not a long one this week. I thank you guys for being so supportive. Thanks. By the way, I should bring this up. June officially is the biggest month I've had since last year. In all of 2018, June, I had the most support on Twitch. Really great, profitable month on YouTube. People really came out and watched everything I put out there, and I'm real pleased at that. So thank you guys for that. Ideally, what I want to do is make it so that I don't have to ever worry about YouTube again, and Twitch is the big thing where Twitch makes me enough money that I don't have to worry about what I make on YouTube on a monthly basis. I'm not there yet, but the more of you who show up to watch the streams daily, the more of you who contribute during the streams, we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. We just got to keep at it, keep plugging away, okay? All right, that is it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching the Week in Preview. I appreciate it. No, I don't have a patron crawl for you this week in preview. Usually I do. I don't because I said patron's down. I can't even get the information if I wanted to make a Patreon crawl tonight. So my apologies, but next week we'll be up to snuff. The patrons will be messaged. You'll have a Patreon crawl. All that coming next week, okay? Thank you guys. See you tomorrow for Simpsons and Fighting EX Layer. And have a good evening. Peace out. And I will see you for some fun stuff coming up this week. Later, guys.